Hello. It is no sound. Sorry. Let's see here. Uh-oh. How about now? All right. Well, I don't know what that is. I think there was probably a loose connection on the microphone here. But either way, as I was saying, we have just a few more lists than the works here. But people have been asking me to compile a much larger list, and of course, I've been doing anything I can do to avoid that because it just seems daunting to me. And besides, I don't want to go on the record and say these are the 50 songs that you need to be listening to while you're dealing with life in the quarantine. But I thought these lists would be a little more digestible for you, and it would also be a lot less work for me. But I thought I would, if you want, make some comments. I'm not going to promise that I can make lists, but I've got a Bach list coming up. I have a New Orleans jazz list coming up, thanks to a friend of mine, Phil Walters, who's been prodding me for several days. And probably a New Orleans blues list to differentiate the two. And then I was thinking about doing some songs that you can learn while you're home, scripture memory songs or things. Why not fill up your mind with songs that would help? So that's some of the idea there. Anyway, leave some comments here. Obviously, you might see this after I'm done, and that's fine. But if you have an idea of a list, feel free to put it in the comments or shoot me a private message. I'm still going to post the videos on YouTube and not here on Facebook. Just trying to drive traffic to my YouTube channel. So sometimes I'm not always on Facebook. But it feels really obnoxious of me to talk one way at an unknown audience. But I hope it doesn't feel awkward for you. Anyway, so if you think of a cool list or something, or if you think of some topic that would be worth compiling a list, or if you want to share a list, that's fine. I will say this, for those of you who see enough of me, who know our DYC, our Delta Youth Chorale, our older choir, with the President's recommendation, and I suspect the Governor's recommendation, our April 28th concert will not be happening as planned. No surprises, no one's shocked. But if you, I don't know when we'll get to sing that music, but I would love it if those of you who are around could sing that. If you're a tenor or a bass or an alto, we need you to come sing for our Mozart Coronation Mass. All you've got to do is download a free app. It's Carus, C-A-R-U-S. You've heard of it. We've used the scores. You've probably seen it out there. It's a free app for iPad or for iPhone. I recommend the iPad app. And then go look for K317, the Coronation Mass, the Krönungsmesse. And it's the Mass in C, and it's $7 inside the app. You just boom, 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 pay it, download it, and you can practice with the music. So that might be today's list. Go listen to K317. It's 6 movements, so you get a bonus track. And you don't have to listen to it in countdown order. But that's what I would recommend. Go check out Mozart's Coronation Mass. My Delta Youth Chorale, unfortunately, are not going to be able to sing it on our proposed date of April 28th. Whether we postpone it or whether we just outright have to move it to the fall, I don't know. But what's the worst things you could be spending your time doing is learning good high art. Also, if you think about it, you can also email me if that's easier for you. jaredrichey@gmail.com. You can, that's easy peasy. Happy to do this. These take me about 25 minutes to do. I love video, I love audio work. So if that's an encouragement to you, sound off. You may not be able to catch all of them, you may not agree, all that, but in the meantime, keep listening to good music. And always my encouragement to folks is listen with active ears. Treat good art music, whether it's folk or jazz or classical, baroque, or whatever you want to call classical music, treat it as if it is a language to be understood. Listen to it as if you can understand it with time, with saturation. don't treat it as if it's an audiobook in the background that you just turn on that you don't understand. You wouldn't do that on Audible. You wouldn't pay a nice hefty subscription on Audible to listen to a German reading of Harry Potter if you don't speak German. So we don't want to cultivate in our students, although it sounds neat to say, hey, let's listen to classical music in the background. That's a nice garnish, but you really want to cultivate a love for classical music, or a love for jazz, or a love for a really good folk ballad, something like that. Anyway, so I think I've tied up your Facebook live stream long enough. Thank you so much for your encouraging words on this Richey Recommends. It's been fun so far. I took the weekend as a hiatus. Sorry about the audio trouble on the front end of this thing. A little bit of microphone jiggling here on this thing, and it seems to be working now. All right, well, look me up on YouTube. It's Jared Richey. You could search for my channel on YouTube. You see all the 5 episodes so far. You didn't miss any today. This is in lieu of today's episode, but hopefully I'll be back tomorrow, and maybe even with some neat ideas from you. So take care. Hope you have a good evening, and go listen to some Mozart Coronation Mass in C, K317. Talk to you later.